to my channel. Today we are doing another home decor update. If you're new here, my name is Brooke and my family and I just currently moved into a new construction, new build home about a couple of months ago, and we pretty much are starting from scratch with some of our furniture and decor pieces. And so I have another video if you want to check out of some things that I've already bought and all of that, and then this video will be the next one. And you know, we're gonna keep going because decorating and all of that takes so much time and, you know, money and things like that. So it is a work in progress. Plus now, you know, the holidays are coming up and I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of fall and then Christmas decor. If you're like me, I have 7 Christmas trees that are gonna have to find a place around this house. So there's gonna be a lot of holiday content, decor content as well. And I love Halloween almost, if not just as much as Christmas. Okay, it could have been more than Christmas years ago, but having young children, Christmas is just very special. So anyway, there's gonna be lots of all of that to say. All of that to say, there's going to be lots of holiday decor. I've already got so many things. Actually, Kurt and I both have so many ideas for Halloween decor. So that'll be in another video. But I wanted to show an update of our master bedroom, which I really feel like is starting to be completely pulled together. There's obviously going to be a lot of things that we still need to complete this room, but for the most part, it is feeling so cozy, so comfortable. It's very neutral. To me, neutral colors equal relaxation and a calm mind. And so you'll see I definitely choose a lot of neutral colors. However, I do love light blue, and I feel like it is so delicate and pretty depending on what shades you choose. And so over time, there's definitely going to be some additions of blue in here as well. We already have our area rug, which I showed in our last home decor video, that has some blue in it, and I absolutely love it. I'm just not sure where the other touches of it are gonna go. You can see our side tables, they definitely need some lamps, and so I'm thinking there could be some blue lamps. I don't know, I still haven't found what I just absolutely love. And if I don't absolutely love something, especially particularly for this house, I'm really trying to make it perfect. And so if I don't love it, I'm not getting it. And so that's that. I have some lamps that I do like. They're on the neutral side. Our master bedroom is on the smaller size. It's much smaller than our last home in Texas. That room was definitely much bigger than this one. So we are working with a smaller space, and so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna incorporate some greenery, because I love greenery. It also feels very earthy, organic to me. And so in our last home, we had 2 olive trees, which were probably more aesthetic rather than, you know, that earthy feeling. But we'll see. I haven't figured out. I would love to have a tree in here, though there's just really not enough space. Our updates. So the major update are all of our beautiful window coverings. I am so happy that I ended up going with this linen Roman shade, and in the, I forget what the style it is, but where it is kind of cascading down a little bit. I would have to go back and look and see what the description actually is, but I am in love. I'm actually pretty obsessed. I originally planned to do a woven wood shade, which is what we did in our home back in Texas. And so that was my original plan. And then after looking at the linen material swatches, first of all, I love linen. It is my favorite fabric. It's so luxurious, but also relaxing. I just think it's the best. But after checking out the fabric for the Roman shades, I was sold. It really brings in that organic, natural texture and like earthy, just calming feeling. I'm just so happy. Ever since these shades went on, the sound in here is so much better. There's no echoing. And so I love them so, so much. They're the easy lift shades and they're just perfect. I love them. I'm so happy with how those turned out. And throughout the house, I did do mostly this exact pattern, other than in our dining area and then 2 of the kids' rooms. So this is pretty much what's on all the windows except in a few other places. For this home decor update, we're gonna stay downstairs and then and maybe in the next one we'll go upstairs because I do have some projects that I have some things working on upstairs. So that'll be in the next home decor update video. The other update in this bedroom, the master bedroom, is this beautiful piece of art that I got from Etsy. It is so gorgeous and I absolutely love supporting small businesses. So anytime I find something on Etsy that I just absolutely love and it's a good value and has great reviews, I just really enjoy supporting small business anytime I can. So this piece of art is so stunning. This shop, actually, I think I have a cart full of just like other artwork that I would love to get from this shop. I was a little concerned because it did come framed and it's actually on a piece of wood. And I was a little concerned that maybe the frame was gonna look too raw, too natural for what I wanted, but I think it looks stunning. It looks so much better than what I thought it was gonna look. It's just a beautiful landscape picture with all the colors that I was looking for. So absolutely love it. And I will absolutely leave the Etsy shop down below so that you can check out all the artwork. There's so much. I thought originally I was probably gonna go with an ocean theme, but I think this is just absolutely stunning. The only other update that we did in this room compared to the last update was we did go ahead and mount our television on the wall, which I just think looks so much better. And I'm so thankful we have the wall outlets right behind the television, so that way whenever we hung it up we didn't have to worry about any cords hanging down. I love that they do that in a lot of new construction homes now. It just looks way more finished and more polished. So I love that, and it's just really nice to go ahead and have that hung up. Now is kind of like where I'm curious what your thoughts are, what you would do. So our side tables are a part of the Pottery Barn Sausalito collection, and I love it. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't say they are like solid, or they're not like, they're manufactured furniture. But I wanted to make sure before I bought the dresser that I was gonna like the look of it and that it wasn't going to be too much of that same wood in this space, which once I saw it because I chose not to do the Sausalito bed, headboard, and footboard because that definitely would have been way too much. The fabric bed frame that we have with the wood bedside tables, I think is absolutely stunning and so neutral, and I love it so much. So I'm thinking that because it's on that, you know, the side tables are on the other wall, I do think that it would be okay to have the dresser here. Now my other concern is there's 2 different options for dressers. You can either do the one that's this style with the 8 drawers, which we do need the storage until we can do a closet system, or you could do the taller one, which would take up less space. I would be able to get probably a plant, a tree, or something in here, but it's only 6 drawers. So I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm not really sure what the best option to do is as far as the dresser goes. Also, I have some frames. So this is not a Samsung frame TV, but it is a Samsung. And if you didn't know, you could do the frames on regular TVs as well. Like they don't have to be the Samsung frame. So I have a couple in my Amazon cart for this. I've looked on Etsy, and actually I had a couple from Etsy in my cart through there. And then whenever I went to go and just see if I could finalize what I wanted, the shop that I had particularly found what I wanted is closed down for right now. So I do have a couple of frames on Amazon for this TV and our actual Samsung frame that we have in our living room. So I think that will just look really beautiful to have this all framed as well. And again, just look super polished and very nice and pull the whole room together. It is a, I think what I chose was gold. I do like the idea of gold as well as like the natural wood, but I think the only option I saw was for gold on Amazon. So I'm curious what your thoughts are as far as the dresser goes. And so then really all we are gonna have left to do is do the window treatments and like the curtains, which I wanna try to do them up higher, but that is a big space. Oh, from the top of the windows to the top of the ceiling, it is like a really long space. And I know that will elongate it, but it also could be, if I went all the way to the top, it could look a little weird. Being that far apart. So I think once the drapes go in, it will look completely polished and finished, and this whole room will just be so lovely. The other thing is, I just don't know, like we have this whole big blank wall. I don't know for sure if we're gonna do anything over on this wall, because something that I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do is if I'm gonna wallpaper. I think I want to board and batten in here and then do wallpaper from like probably my level. Like I want the board and batten to be tall. So from my height up would be wallpaper. So it wouldn't be a whole lot, but I do think we could have a little bit of fun with some pattern and textures. So I actually have a couple of samples from Love vs. Design. It looks like it's probably my favorite option for wallpaper and like removable wallpaper. I love it because you can customize what you want. So you find the pattern and then you can change the colors and they will print that, and I love that because you kind of get to do something custom that somebody else could or most likely won't have. But I also found another brand called Spoonflower, and I'll show really quick what I got. Okay, the first pattern that I got is this is the one from Spoonflower. It is just this pretty overlapping flower design. They almost look like orchids, which happens to be one of my favorite flowers in general. But I got this pretty paper, and I'm just thinking like we could have so much fun with a little bit of wallpaper and board and batten from down below. So these are these are peel and stick pieces, so I can definitely, you know, take the backing off and hang it up there and see, trying to make it see if I like it. But I think that the color is really pretty. It's a little pop of blue and then browns, you know, to remain in that neutral look that that I'm looking for, and just adds a little bit of something, you know, without being super dramatic or busy or anything like that. I think just that could be really, really pretty with board and batten underneath it. Here are the 5 options that I got that I was most attracted to whenever I was looking online. And I think each one has something that I really love and something that maybe I'm just not completely sure about. The 4 on the left are all from Love Verse Design. The one on the right is from Spoonflower, like I mentioned before. And the one from Spoonflower, that one would actually need to be turned the other way for the pattern flow that I want. So I'm curious what your opinions are about each of these different swatches. I really love too that I can peel and stick them onto the wall and really get a better visual of how they will look. This first one from Lover's Design is really hard to see on camera, but it is a basket weave pattern and it has some light blue in it. It provides just a little bit of color, but more so texture. And so I think that could be really nice. It would just be very, very subtle. You really wouldn't even notice hardly that there was wallpaper if you really look at the difference between the wall color and the wallpaper. It's very, very subtle. So this would be a subtle option for the walls, and it's called Linen Texture, which I love linen and I love the organic look of it. This is probably a little bit wild. It's very feminine, but I thought the colors were gorgeous. I mean, if anything, this could probably go in what some people call a water closet, or like where the toilet is in the master bathroom, just for some fun, just pop of whimsy. I love this blue flower shape. These are like the flowers. These are the kind of flowers that I doodle all the time, but I think it's so sweet and so cute. I would definitely put this on the wall, especially like just in a smaller form than like a full wall. That could be a little crazy. Then the one right next to it is again the linen woven, but this is all neutral light brown. I think they technically call it shell white, but I think that's pretty. It would just add a little bit of texture, just like the one before. It would just be all neutral, so it wouldn't be a drastic difference than the current wall color essentially. This one I really love as well. I think that it's kind of classic, very coastal cottagey feeling to me. The light blue and the movement I think is really, really pretty, and that could be really cute, I think, in just a small area as well. I think doing a full wall could be really busy, but I think for what I'm wanting to do, that could be really pretty actually, just at the top with the nice white board and batten at the bottom. There's also potential to do the blue on the board and batten, like this lighter shade blue on the actual board and batten. So still just trying to figure out exactly what it is that I want. And then we already looked at this one. I really love this as well. So let me know what your thoughts are on the wallpaper and the wallpaper choices that I chose, and which one's your favorite. The last thing for this room, I have found a light on Etsy that I really want, and I will try to put a clip in here or a picture here, and you can kind of see what I'm going for. But it's essentially a sphere with some linen fabric, and I think that it could be really, really pretty. I would love to have a fan. I require a fan to sleep, but I just think that the fans sometimes take away from the aesthetic of the room, which, you know, seems kind of silly. But I think that the light that I chose would be really, really pretty and add to just this cozy, comfortable room. Having the globe light with the linen fabric over it, there's two different options. There's one where it's just solid, and then there's another option where there's some fraying, which I think that could be really, really pretty in this room. So let me know what you think. The only other option would be like a chandelier with, you know, 6 lights maybe. And I don't know. I feel like that could be a little too traditional, a little too fancy when I want to do more like soft and cozy. So let me know what you think. I'll put 2 options up on the screen and you can kind of see either design that I'm kind of going for. Now we're in the dining room, and actually I had this part of the decor or furniture whenever I made the last update video. I just never put it in that video. I think it was just getting a little long. But these chairs from Pottery Barn, they are in the Reed collection, and I mentioned in a previous video how our table is actually from IKEA, and it's one of the best pieces of IKEA furniture we've ever owned. It is solid and it looks just so timeless and really, really good. I was a little bit concerned that the woods would not match with each other and it would not look good together. But once the chairs came in, they look like they're a set. So I'm very happy with that. The chairs are great. They're actually comfortable for all wood chairs. They're a good size. The tone of the chairs looks great with the tone of the table. So I'm very happy with the purchase. And then just like I mentioned earlier, the only places that had a different fabric for the window treatments, one of the locations was in our Eden dining area. And I decided to go with this blue pinstripe on this neutral linen material, which I think just adds a little bit of character and a little bit of something to the room and just like a little pop of something different. I'm very happy with the way that these turned out. They're on the windows, which is great. They have a lot of privacy, but also let some light in. They're also on our dining room doors, and you can see just that really cute touch of blue in here. I think just looks so nice and ties in the other colors of or pops of blue that I have put throughout the house already. It's just looking so good. It's starting to look more refined and finished around here, and so that's making me very happy and very calm. I got this mirror from Target, and I believe it's the Threshold brand, and I think it just looks so nice. The curves and almost scallopy looking upper corners, I think is such a pretty detail. And then the wood is also tying in with our flooring and the other wood accents around the house. So very happy with that. I think it was such a good find and so perfect in this space. Now we're in the half bath downstairs, and I feel like this is another small space where you can do something kind of out there or like wild to some people, and just bold. And I'm actually kind of bummed because I wish that the sample that was sent had the top parts of the, I'm calling them herons. I don't know if that's what they actually are, but if you're familiar with Florida and a lot of south east coastal areas, these like beautiful long-legged birds just roam free, and I love it. It's so it's amazing. So I found this fun print, and I think that this could be extremely fun in this bathroom. I don't know if it would be a floor to ceiling type design, or again doing something like maybe beadboard at the bottom, a stark white beadboard, and then have this up on the top layer. This is where I'm kind of going with this, but I am obsessed with this print. It looks woven on the paper up close, and just the design is so sweet and simple with just like that blue, and then the bird design. Again, you're kind of missing the head, which stings that that's the this is the sample that they sent, because you don't get the full like effect of the tops of the birds. But let me know what you think. This is also from the brand Spoonflower, and so this is the other option that I had pulled from that shop. Okay, so the final major updates for this home update video is this Amelia chair from 6 and the Theo coffee table from 6. So essentially our whole living room is 6 furniture, and I'm not mad about it. I absolutely love it. In the last home update video, I believe, we talked about our sofa, because that got here before this chair and the coffee table. And so the sofa is the Gabriel sofa. It's ultra low profile, and that's exactly what I wanted. However, I do think if I were to go back, I would do the Amelia sofa with the Amelia chair rather than doing the Gabriel sofa. Because it is just such a low profile. And it's interesting because this chair and that sofa are really the same height and even the same depth, I believe. But for some reason, I don't know if it's just because the shape of the cushions, they give it a little bit more height. And I think that's what I would have done if I were to go back. But nonetheless, I love all the pieces that I've gotten there. They're good quality, and I will never not have slipcover sofas ever again. And the other thing about it is they have a lot of other fabric options for each of their furniture pieces. And so if any of the fabric were to just be too far gone, then I could easily order replacements, which I'm sure at some point I'll order something, just so that way whenever I am changing out the or washing one set, I can go ahead and put another set on, because with children, you definitely are going to be washing some furniture, which is why I'll never not have slipcovers ever again. And that's why I was just replacing all of the covers just now, because they just came out of the washer. They're super easy to clean and replace. Like, it's just very easy, and I love that. Especially, like I said, having small children who can sometimes be quite messy. So those are all of our big pieces of furniture. I also wanted to just share that I've had these pillow inserts, but I got the covers on Amazon. It came in a pack of 4, and I thought that this buffalo checkered print in this blue could not be more perfect for this chair. And just the whole look of this kind of coastal cozy cottage feeling I want to go for. And then I think I shared this on the last update video whenever I was talking about the couch. I got this. This is the Joanna Gaines Hearth and Hand throw, and it's really pretty. It kind of comes across as gray, but it's actually a very light blue and some darker kind of navy, almost denim-y look. Stripes, kind of have that draped across the back of this sofa, which I still really like the look of that as well. But this would just be fun to change out seasonally. I'm sure I'll get like a nice warm chocolate or like deep rich orange color throw to go in there at some point. But this throw is also a good transition for fall, but this is from Amazon, and it is the coziest thing ever. I think it's Barefoot Dreams dupe, and so that's super cozy. And this body pillow is from Target. I believe that's also Hearth and Hand. So just some more blue accents on here, especially to break up a lot of the neutral, because this cover is a neutral boucle fabric, and I think that is really nice, and it just looks really, really clean and cozy on this sofa. So, and then here's just a look at the size difference in this top layered rug, and just the look of it, it's not bad, especially when you're looking at it from like further up. It's too small, and I just don't know if it's exactly what I'm looking for. I was kind of hoping it would be a little more similar to our top layer in the master. And then here's the Theo coffee table. It just looks so rich, and it's very, very luxe looking. And then it's a very super low profile as well. The legs are super short, and it just kind of goes with how everything else is fairly low profile in here. So I am really happy with how we're developing here. And, you know, now we're just kind of gonna get some drapes. Again, there's the window treatments that look so good in here. So we need some drapes in here, and then I've got to find a different style TV stand or something to go there. Ultimately, at some point, I would love to find a contractor who can do like a build out and do some kind of either built-in, maybe do one of those electric fireplace boxes, and then, you know, just something up this wall. I think would look really cute and really, really nice. And then for the light in here, I also think the light that I want for the master, it's kind of the same style that I would like in this room as well. And then I'm gonna get the frame to go on the frame TV. And then I need to get two chairs I'm thinking over here, and some side tables. But I was thinking about doing 2 chairs, almost like dining chairs, that we could transition and use in our eat-in dining area whenever, you know, we need to eat all together or whatnot. I think having 2 separate chairs, I'll have to put a picture of what I'm like envisioning, and then like a little table in between those. And then I definitely need some trees in here. I mean, obviously this is about to have a Christmas tree at some point, but I need to do some more greenery, and I think it will just come together. This was from our apartment. It will not be staying there. And so yeah, that's kind of where we're at, and hopefully where we're going. These monsteras are just growing out of control, and I love it. I need to propagate them. But that I've gotten since the last video. The other thing that I've gotten is the jute rug in here. I've had quite an interesting disaster of picking out rugs. I'm really bad about buying online because it's just easier and more convenient. But my first jute rug down here was entirely too big. That one went upstairs into our kids' playroom, and that's also in, I think, the first home decor update video. And so that went up there, and then I layered that with a checkered rug, and it's super cozy and fun, and it looks great. And then the next jute rug that I got was too small. So that one actually I just put outside on the back patio. However, the layered rug that I got to go on the jute rug is too small. And actually I don't really care for it. It does not really look a whole lot like the photos online. So at some point that will be changed out. I'm sure this rug can find a new home. So that's kind of where we're at as far as our updated home decor is going. I feel like a lot of the macro elements, like the furniture and such, are pretty much all taken care of, other than, you know, a couple of pieces. So it feels like we can kind of we can start going more into the micro level decor options. And so I'm really feeling good about the way the downstairs is coming along, and I would love your input and your thoughts on some of the ideas that I have and like some of the things that I've done. We will have a whole lot of decor videos coming out throughout the next few seasons as far as holiday and seasonal decor. I am itching to go out and buy all the fall things right now. So if you are interested in home decor and all of those things, then I would love it if you would subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.